right, so I decided to do number 3 from page 95, the solving addition problems for lesson 6.3, because it involved having a remainder, so I knew I was going to get some questions on it. So let's go through it step by step together. Jeremy bought 130 songs to add to his playlist. He can put up to 8 songs in the playlist at a time. So every time he puts songs into the playlist, he can only put up to 8. How many groups of songs does he need to put inside of his playlist to cover all 130 songs? So the information we know is, we know that the total is 130 songs. And we know that it's 8 songs at a time. So what we don't know, the unknown, is the number of groups of songs he has to add. How many of these groups of 8 does he have to put in to get 130 songs onto his playlist? So our number model would be 130 divided by 8 gives you, let's do G for groups. So now you have to figure out all the multiples of 8. So 10 times 8 is 80. 11 times 8 is 88. 12 times 8 is 96. 13 times 8 is 104. 14 times 8 is 112. 15 times 8 is 120. 16 times 8 is 128. And 17 times 8 is 136. So as you're going to notice, we only have 130 songs. So 16 is less than 130. The multiple of 16 and 8, which is 128. But 17 is greater than 130. So our answer is somewhere in between here. But you can't do decimals or fractions right now with division the way that we are learning it. So if I did 16, so if I did 130 divided by 8 is 16. I have to think to myself, 8 times 16 gives me 128. So if I subtracted 128 from a 130 minus 128, I would get 2. So this shows me that 130 divided by 8 gives you 16 even groups. So 16 groups that have 8 songs in them, but we have 2 left over. That is what is remaining. We call that a remainder. 16 remainder 2. So my number model with the answer would be exactly what I just wrote. 130 divided by 8 gives me 16 even groups. 16 groups that have all 8 songs with a remainder of 2 songs. Now, he can't leave those 2 songs. If he had 16 even groups, so if I did 16, pretend these are the playlists. If I drew these 16 times, he can't leave these 2 songs out. He needs to include them in his playlist. So he would have to do another group, even though it only has 2 songs in it. This would have to be group number 17. Because it's not 16 even, there's some left over. So the answer would be 17 groups of songs. If you guys did not already, I want you to complete page 196. And if you want to, you can take a picture of it. You could submit it online so I can look at it, or you can show it to me in an email, whichever way you feel comfortable sending your work.